It's Wellness Wednesday, and today we have with us Reggie Humphrey, nurse practitioner, and he is going to talk to us about why it's so important to make those follow-up appointments when you see your healthcare provider. Stay tuned. Welcome to This and That with Denise Jordan. I teach women how to make wise home health and beauty decisions so there's less chaos in their homes, they lead healthier lives, and they feel beautiful from the inside out. And today we are tackling the follow-up visit with your local healthcare provider. So Reggie, thank you so much for inviting us into your home. I know this is your day off, but you were kind enough to spend some time with us, so thank you.
You're welcome. Thanks for having me.
And if you could just tell us just a little bit about yourself.
All right. Well, I'm Reggie Humphrey. I've been a nurse practitioner for the past 19 years. I have a certification in family practice, and I enjoy what I do.
Okay, Reggie. Thank you. Thank you so much. So let me ask you this question, and I'm going to put this question to you first because I've heard this before. Me and some students were doing a community assessment, and one of the clients at this particular clinic where we were said, we don't even have doctors, we have providers. So help the viewers understand what a provider means.
All right. So in this day with the climate of healthcare, with there being a shortage of doctors, we've gone to more advanced practice providers or just providers in general, where they're comprised of nurse practitioners, physician assistants, which we kind of help in conjunction with the doctor to take care of your medical needs.
Okay, Reggie, thank you. And then this other question is, why do sometimes we see the doc and sometimes we see the nurse practitioner?
Initially, the way it's set up is between your first time that you visit the doctor and your second time that you follow up to see the doctor, you will either see the nurse practitioner as your initial appointment or the doctor, or you would see the nurse practitioner at the follow-up. But the doctor theoretically needs to see you within that first 2 visits. Then after that, once you're an established patient, then you can see the nurse practitioner on a consistent basis, and then the doctor will see you within a 6-month period once or twice during those times.
Okay, thank you so much. And now this is one of the questions that I really want you to spend some time on, and it is this one. And why is it so important to make those follow-up appointments when you have a visit with your healthcare provider? They say, come back and see me in 4 to 6 months. Why do we need to do that?
You know, Denise, that is a very crucial part of our practice. Primarily because we want to make sure, one, that the medication that you're on is actually doing what it's supposed to do, whether it's lowering your blood pressure or maintaining your diabetes blood sugars levels. So we want to make sure that you follow up every 3 to 6 months to make sure that the medication is working. Also, we want to be able to catch it soon so that if it's not working, we can change the medications and get you on the right medications. Also, within that 6-month period, we also want to make sure that you're doing okay. There are no side effects with the medications. You're tolerating the medications very well. And so that if we go any longer and we don't address those issues soon enough, then it can create other problems.
Okay, thank you. I think sometimes people don't feel like they need to make those follow-up visits, and I've heard some people make comments like, well, the doc's just trying to get your money or something like that. But it's really important then to follow up with those appointments so that you can see what's going on with the client and whether or not the treatment plan you prescribe is actually working.
Right. It's definitely not about the money. It's really about your care and making sure that we're doing the right thing and we're giving you the best medication for your medical diagnosis. Medicine changes pretty quickly. We get new medications out all the time, some that are better than the older medications that we have, and some that we don't need to change anything. So we want to make sure that we're treating you appropriately and with the best medical care possible.
Great, I like that. Now, another question is med check. I've heard patients say, well, the doctor said I'm coming in for a med check. Why do I need a med check? Don't they know what medicine I'm on?
Yes, we know what medications that you're on, but with the way that medicine works, because we keep prescribing medications, we want to make sure that we're not overprescribing. And if you're not taking a medication, we want to make sure we take that off the list. if you're having a reaction to a medication or you're not feeling well, you're feeling tired, there's some change, we need to make sure and review all of your medications, make sure that they're not interacting with one another. So that's why we want you to come in for those medication checks, because we want to keep you on the least amount of medication that treats your medical problems as possible. We don't want you taking medicine just to be taking medicine.
Okay, great. So now I'm coming in for my follow-up visit. It's been 4 months since you've last seen me. How can I make the most of that appointment? What do I need to do to prepare?
Okay. Number one, make sure you bring all of your medications in. Number two, before the appointment, think about the questions or the ailments or the things that you're concerned about before the appointment. And then write those questions down. Because once you get us in the room, we're all yours. So you have to be concise, precise with your questions so that we can get those answered in a timely manner, and we can make sure that we get all your needs and questions met. So it's very important that you make sure you know what you want to ask, write it down, because typically we always forget. There's something I wanted to ask them, and then you walk out the door and he's gone or she's gone, and then you're like, I need to ask them that. And it's hard for us to come back to answer your questions because we're already moved on to the next patient.
Okay, great. I want to thank you so much for explaining all of that. I really think it's important that we have informed healthcare consumers. So one of the things that I've been doing on This and That with Denise Jordan is adding a Wellness Wednesday, and what I'm trying to do with that segment is bring healthcare professionals that can answer some of the questions that the viewers have. So I want to thank you for that. So now it's time for the lightning round.
Okay.
Okay, so Thanos or the Joker?
The Joker.
LeBron James or Steph Curry?
Steph Curry.
Colts or Patriots?
Patriots.
I just knew you were going to say Colts. We had a big discussion about that on the way out here. Okay, R&B or hip hop?
R&B.
And candlelight or moonlight?
Both.
Okay, I like it. I like it.
Good questions.
Okay, well thank you so much for, again, spending the time with us today. So now Reggie, let me ask you, can we get you back on the show? I loved your answers, so can we get you to come back again?
Denise, I would love to do this. I love sharing with the community.
Okay, great, great. And now I have a question for you. What's your takeaway from today's session? Tell me about it in the comment section below. And just so you know, I've raised 3 children. I've managed a home for more than 45 years, and I am a nurse by profession. So if you want to learn more about running a household, cooking and cleaning and that kind of thing, as well as health and beauty, subscribe. I would love to have you as a member of the TNT community. In the meantime, this is Denise Jordan saying goodbye. I'll see you on another Wellness Wednesday.